Hello and welcome to Full Throttle with me today. I have up-and-comer Ryan Roulette. How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, thanks for having me today, Justin. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's start out with what got you into racing?
Well, I originally started as a fan, Justin. Believe it or not, I grew up not in a racing family, and we spent most our days on Sundays, watching the NASCAR Cup Series a long time ago. Rusty Wallace and all those guys battling it out. So I originally got into racing as a fan, and then I got an opportunity later in life in high school to get behind the wheel of a sprint car, and it kind of took off from there, buddy.
So talk to us about um the early days of your career, if you would. What do you remember most about those days?
Yeah, the early days of my career, the first thing I actually raced was an old four-cylinder Honda CRX on dirt. And when you first get into the sport, it's beyond exciting, right? It's your first time out there. You're learning how everything works. You have no clue what you're doing. And you're racing cars in that class that weren't necessarily race cars, but you were racing, if that makes sense. So it was an absolute blast to get out there, learn, figure out how the sport works, why the car turns, why it doesn't work, what does tight mean, what does loose mean, why does it sometimes drive off the corner, why does it sometimes push the nose to the wall. So all about just figuring out what all this means, how to make the car do what I want it to do. And it's just exciting. I mean, anytime you enter something new, especially racing, it's exciting trying to figure out all the things you've heard and what you've learned over the past, especially as somebody who just watched the sport. Trying to figure out how to make it actually happen is a whole different game. So it's exciting times.
And so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, where are you originally from?
I've lived everywhere. So I was born in Missouri, but I claim Minot, North Dakota as my home.
Okay. So, so tell us a little bit about what you have going on this year. You said part-time in ARCA, driving a number 67 vehicle.
Yep, we'll be running part time this year in the Arca Menard series for Michael or for Maples Motorsports. At number 67, as you said. And then we'll be making our debut here real soon. I haven't made the announcement yet, but it's coming up real soon in the Craftsman Truck Series and at number 67 as well for Free to Racing Enterprise. And my teammate will be Spencer Boyd out there, which I'm looking forward to.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are your feelings going into these two debut um races? Um, are you nervous or are you just like, wow, this
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
really happening?
Yeah, it's exciting, Justin. I've been racing ARCA now for 4 years, so I kind of got the jitters out about that program and how that's going to work and what it's going to look like. Excited, all the things, right? Always nervous before I get in the truck or in the car. And as soon as you strap the helmet on and they tell you to fire up the engines, then it kind of just blanks out and it's go time. So I'm excited, nervous, basically all the feelings all in one when we come up to that debut here soon in the truck series.
So, if if you may, and it is when is the announcement going to be?
I think we're going to make it next week. So it'll be coming in next week or so. We'll make that announcement, but we haven't quite picked the exact date, but we're ready to rock on it.
All right. That's what I love to hear. So t tell me, what are your feelings about the Cosmic Cup Series Collect? Have you been in one testing one yet before this announcement came up, and that's how it all happened, or
Nope, I've never been in one. So we'll get our practice session, we'll figure it out there, and then we'll qualify. And that first race is just going to be about really learning what the truck can and can't do compared to what I've driven previously. Trying to be smart all day and bring the truck home clean and get on to the next one. So it'll be a rookie debut and just a huge learning event for me.
Well, so tell my viewers what's the biggest thing you have took away from your very, I guess I call it, um, short racing career, um, because I don't know how long you've been racing. How long you been racing? Let's start there.
Been racing for about 20 years now.
Okay. So, uh, my next question is like, are you, mm, are you, are you nervous every time you get behind the wheel, or you just kind of like, this is another race vehicle, and basically, like, I know what I'm doing, even though the Clutch series is going to be new for you, and the Orca team, I'm not sure if you raced for them before or not, but just tell me your feelings every time you get behind the wheel of a race car. I don't care what it is. It might be a mini sprint. It might be um something else. But
Yeah. I'm personally always nervous. Leading up to the race, the jitters are kind of there. When you're at the track and you're doing track walks or fan meet and greets or whatever, right? You're talking to the team about how you're going to perform, what you're going to do. It's fine. Typically, the nerves start to set in when we're standing on pit road. They sing the national anthem. That's where it starts to set real big. Climbing in the car, it's just trying to get the jitters out. As soon as I fire the engine up, it starts to go away a little bit. But usually about, I don't know, 30 seconds prior to green flag going, that's when the nerves start to really calm themselves and it's time to get after it. But that doesn't, for me, it's always been the same way. I don't really feel the nerves until I'm about to climb in the car. And then I have them until about right before the green flag waves. And I think it helps the amount of studying and prep that we do for these races. It's not just hopping in and going. It's weeks of training and preparation and figuring out what you can and can't do, how you're going to attack the track, how you're going to go about if this happens versus that. So all that helps, but ultimately, when you climb in, for me at least, those nerves kick in until about that green flag, and then it's time to go. I don't think it matters if I race a go kart or a truck. I think it's I'm always going to have a little bit of nerves until go time.
uh so Ryan, one last question and I'll let you go. And that question is, what's going to be a successful year for you? Out of everything you have going, what do you what do you want my viewers, people that are going to see this later down the road, um go check us out on Spotify and on YouTube. Are the two locations you can find this. But what do you want my viewers to take away from you coming on today is how I'd like to end this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Justin. It's in the Arkham and Hard series. Like I said, it's my fourth year there. At Daytona, we got ninth. So the rest of the series, I'm just hoping to knock down a lot of top tens. Overall, bring the car home clean, top tens, and call it a day. I don't know where we're at when it comes to competing for a win yet in ARCA. I think we're getting close, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be in a position where we can start trying to strike for those wins. But in the truck series, it's definitely a little bit different. Right now, I'm scheduled to do three total truck races. Hopefully, we can get some more on the schedule. But a lot of that's just going to be going to three very diverse, different tracks and learning as much as we can this year in preparations for hopefully setting up a long term relationship with FRE going forward and really get after it in 2026. But yeah, I think for 25, top tens in ARCA will be success. And then for the truck series, just hitting as much different tracks as possible, building up my personal driver notebook, hopefully running clean and really figuring out how that thing works and how it's different and how we can compete as the year progresses.
Well, I thank you for taking so much time out of your schedule to come on full throttle. I know you probably have a busy life right now. The big clock announcement coming up next week or two, and so much more. And are there people you want to thank to wrap up the show?
Yeah, absolutely. VFW has been with us now for 3 years, so we're excited to bring them on board again for 2025. Bellator Recruiting Academy has been with us now for 4 years, which is huge. They'll be with us again this year, which is very exciting overall. Chill Out Systems will be with us this year, which is exciting. Save 22 is a brand new partner that we brought on board for 2025, which we are pumped to have them at the track and what their mission is about. Then Old Glory Bank is a brand new partner we brought on this year. We're excited to see where that partnership goes and as we move forward. And then another thank you to you, man. I appreciate you reaching out and giving me an opportunity to talk with you today.
Yeah. So real quick before I let you go, um, tell tell my viewers the biggest thing you want them to take away from you coming on.
Yeah, it's everything matters in this sport, no matter how small or how big. We could be talking to Dale Earnhardt Jr. today and trying to be on his podcast, or we could talk to Justin today, right? It all matters, and it's huge having folks like you, Justin, reach out to us and show us that people are paying attention to what our program is and what we're doing, and they care about it enough to reach out and have us on their show. So again, thank you very much for reaching out, and I look forward to seeing how this season turns out for us.
Well, thank you for responding. I'm shocked how quickly you were able to fit me in your busy life, busy schedule. This has been full throttle with Justin Buster. Until next time, see you later and goodbye, everyone.